You already hit it, didn't you?
Welcome back to this scale, Bill.
Damn you. We're live over
Sorry
here
for the tardiness. Sorry we're late there, guys.
We could
What is
almost
this,
blame
episode
it on 87.
87? You could, well, blame it on the rain.
The rain. You know what? It's a little misty here as well. But I did get home 15 seconds before this show was supposed to start. So there's that.
I've been here the whole time, but I've been having some technical difficulties. So
technically,
it is what it is, and it's going to be it won't be a late episode tonight for me because I'm jumping on a plane tomorrow to go visit my wife's family. So
no time to take a fast train, huh? That's from The Letter by the Box Tops. For those of you who aren't familiar with 1940s music, what year did that come out?
I
have
a long time ago.
I have it on my phone. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a bottle opener in here.
No, you do. Hello, My Trick RC. Welcome, Craig Thompson, Paul,
everybody.
Big Red Bitch.
Oh yeah, check in where you're watching from and what color your socks are. Team black sock, team white sock. Or of course, Matt, do you have Argyle on?
What do I got today? No, today I've got movie themed socks on today.
Of course you do.
Yeah, there's popcorn and 3D glasses and movie tickets and film reels. Obviously.
I'm black socks. Always black socks.
Really? For
Always.
everything?
Yeah.
For all and everything, huh?
I mean, unless it's an absolutely special occasion. And then I do have some themed socks, but I'm only wearing those if I have both dress shoes and slacks on.
Okay.
So.
Matt Jorgensen just goes, "Oh my God, he's a gigolo with that shirt unbuttoned."
You're really showing it tonight.
This one's a little tight in the collar, but we'll go for it.
God.
I feel like if I just flex my neck hard enough, pew. All right. See, now we're having a good show. It was a bit, maybe not a great show for a minute there. I'm packed. I'm ready to go, but there's so many things, not just like work-related stuff, but hobby-related stuff that I was trying to fit in there before I leave.
Oh, I don't know how that goes.
I think you know exactly how that goes.
I think I
do.
Sarcasm. Yes. The sarcasm was heavy.
Heavy. It was extremely heavy.
Yeah. So how long are you going for?
4 days.
Honestly, though, I get it. Like anytime away from the normal amount of progress you're trying to make during the day, it's just.
Yeah. I've got a director breathing down my neck on the latest project, and he's like, try this, try these, try all of those things. I'm like, cool, I did them all. And he goes, let's try some more things. I'm like, I'm leaving tomorrow. And I don't have a laptop. I'm just like straight up desktop computer. I thought you got the new MacBook. I did. I ordered it, but I made a custom configuration, and it's not going to get here until the middle of December.
Did you just go down and check all the boxes?
Yeah, well, what's the last box of everything?
Yeah, exactly. That one.
I want the best, and then I want the best again, and then no, I went 14-inch. No, actually, I did get AppleCare because it's a company computer.
Oh, that's good, because that's like $300
value.
But
I'm not paying my own money for that. No way.
Yeah, no.
How many flannels do you need for a 4-day trip? I'm taking 4.
Only 4? You don't have like your sleeping flannel and your...
No, I've got regular pajamas.
Do you...
You know, like with the long, the cap, the pointy cap. And then the full dress style.
I have to imagine that the amount of clothes you take on a trip, or the amount of clothes you feel is necessary to take on a trip versus the amount of clothes that I feel is necessary to take on a trip, it's vast.
Oh my gosh. It's sort of like the first time I went to Axial Fest. I was like, well, it's probably going to get chilly at night, so I should bring 8 sweaters. And then I should also make sure to have pants, maybe 2 pairs of pants. And then all the branded t-shirts I could possibly fit. And then a rain jacket, a slicker, I must have, I was like, well, they gave me 4 shirts, so I didn't wear any of the shirts I brought.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I was just like, I could wear this shirt again. Like, like I didn't even really sweat yesterday, so this is okay. The letter was 1967. Thanks, Mike Quinn.
Went and checked the Google on that one.
So, yeah, they now the amount of clothes that Nicole thinks that I need for a trip. More in line with what you're...
much different. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why I don't pack myself.
Yep.
Although,
Well, I
overpack socks. That's the one thing. I'm just like, I need like 3 pairs of socks a day, even though I always...
The under stuff. You always have to bring 1 extra pair, just in case. You never know.
See, I'm well over that minimum bar. Like,
Well, you bring 2 extra pairs?
Per day. Like...
You just never know, Nicole.
You never know.
You never
might drink
know.
the water.
Yeah, you didn't drink any of the water when you were in Mexico, did you?
I did not. Although I had a lot of iced drinks.
Ooh.
But they said that the whole resort was on a filtered supply.
Right.
Either way. Only drank bottled water or fermented water or blended water. So.
Copy that. Blended water. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not going anywhere, right? You're going to be home for a little while. Do you have any more trips planned?
Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh, right. The tea gives. That's a big one for you guys.
Yep. So
it's more important than Christmas for a lot of people.
It can't. You know what? It's about equal. So yeah, we're going down to Mississippi for that one.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Who lives down in the Mississippi way?
My parents have a house down there, Mississippi, Florida, Alabama area, the Gulf Shores, Biloxi. So right on the Gulf.
Very cool.
Go down there and enjoy that, and yeah. But that'll be a real quick trip.
Jay Walker goes, look at fancy Mr. Two Pants over here. I have more jeans than there are days of the week. I could probably wear a different pair of jeans every day for at least, I bet you there's 20 pairs of jeans up there.
Oh my. You know what? You know how many times these words have been said to me by Nicole? Are you wearing your good jeans? Like, are those the good jeans? Like, you better not weld in those. Like,
those are the good, Josh. Those are the good jeans.
Oh, that is an absolutely honest statement. I wear through or stain or burn, like just because I had my good pants on doesn't mean that I didn't have to get into a machine or something needed welded.
I've welded something or ground something and then inevitably burned a hole in pants.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah.
One of my, you probably did it for style. You're like, this is gonna look cool.
I will get so much more respect from Josh when I see him next. Yeah, you know.
One of my favorite hoodies that I had, the pockets right here, all had their little burn holes in them. Looked like I was like the worst smoker ever, but it was because of how I always used to TIG, and I would do that, and I liked if the lead was over my shoulder just because it took pressure off of the torch. Yep. And when I was done and like between joints, I would set it down, and then fit the next tube or whatever, and just pick it up. So that was just my welding hoodie from that point on.
That's what happens.
Brian
Sherwood, thanks very much. Get yourself a new toque. Are you saying like when I'm out west I should buy myself a toque?
But that's a hat, right?
It's like a I guess you would call it a beanie. Do you call it a beanie?
Yes. That's a stocking cap without the lip. That's the difference for me. Stocking caps go over, and then they have like the brim around it. You know, the
Like
beanie
a rolled up brim.
Yeah, the beanie just goes down. Like a sock. You know, you probably you probably flip your socks over or something weird. Yeah, that's the difference between a beanie and a stocking cap to me.
Okay, well it's like a warm weather thing, or cold weather. Cold weather thing. That's what a toque is.
That's what I meant.
Okay, so it's like a like a knitted hat, like a Anyway, whatever. I'll buy one. Sure. Thank you, Brian. Get yourself a toque.
Yes, I did have a bit of an exciting delivery today. I'm kind of.
I also had an exciting delivery today.
Interesting.
There's another exciting delivery coming tomorrow.
Oh, really?
I won't be home for it, but that's okay.
Is it gonna have to just sit on your porch for days?
No. My best friend lives across the street, so he'll have the dog, and he'll get all my packages.
That's good. Good to have friends.
Yeah.
One day.
Well, we looked after his dog for 2 weeks, so. One day.
Life goals.
Yeah. I just got to keep trying to be nicer to people.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that part of it. Like, God.
Hey, jackass, you want to be a friend of mine?
Yeah.
No? Okay. All right.
I
don't understand why I get punched in the head so many times. Way more harsh than that
in our office.
Doesn't start with
every day. Michael goes, I don't know why I put up with this. Like, why? Like, I hate when you're here.
To you? He says that to you?
No, all the time.
I would say that to you too. If I had to work with you every day, I mean, I like our interaction here and on Messenger from time to time.
Yeah.
But
that's the limit.
Real life all the time, I don't know if I could deal with you.
It's just this, but more. Like,
just
3D. Just
your skills at everything else, other than people skills, must have been so dramatically better than every other applicant that they had. That they're like, well, I mean, he's a complete nincompoop, but he is pretty good at those other things.
You know what? Nicole said the same thing.
Marry me, baby. Well.
Hey, Backyard RC. Thank you, sir. I live here in South Mississippi. Have you ever done any crawling here? We have a 15-acre crawling compound. Would love to have y'all. I have never done any crawling down there. Normally, I've only visited that house of theirs one time before. They haven't lived there for very long, and then they're not going to live there for very long still because they're selling that house and moving back to the Omaha area where I'm from originally.
Gunnar Nissen, thanks very much. Hope you let him eat some of that delivery. I will, in fact, let him eat some of that delivery. That's a special delivery tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Magic School Truck said, do Canadian porch pirates apologize for taking the things off your porch? Sorry. I'm sorry.
Leave a little gift basket.
He leaves one of the things.
It's like Mayday.
I can't take all of this stuff.
Do you guys have Mayday? Is that still a thing anymore at all?
Does anyone have Mayday?
I don't know. Maybe they got rid of that. Was that just a thing when I grew up? When did Mayday stop?
What is Mayday?
Mayday was like a thing where you used to like go drop things off on people's porch, like
surprise.
Alex is saying, "What is Mayday?" And he's pretty young. Am I the only one who remembers Mayday? Was that a made up thing in Nebraska? Son of a.
Sounds like it might have been.
I wonder.
It just explained where things came from in your house, I guess. Oh, it's a Mayday present.
Your Kaya 360 says stopped in June. Yep. No. It was one day. It was May 1st.
It could have been any of the May days. 30 days of them, in fact.
Yeah.
No, wait. 31.
Iowa does it. 34. I've never heard of it in Montana.
Vidjo said no May Day in Utah.
Nope, we had it in Iowa. No more though. Okay, so Nebraska, Iowa does it. Wasn't a Wisconsin thing. We had it in Pennsylvania. Oregon had it. It's Prime Day now. Dale C, thank you, sir. $2. About to open a VP package. Did I get my drawing? No, I have had very little anybody tell me.
Josh doesn't have time for drawings anymore. They had to hire another guy to do the drawings.
Mm-hmm. He's not very good though.
He's too busy. Yeah.
He's just snowmen only.
And they're not even really snowmen. They're just 8s.
What's up? Yeah,
just number 8.
Well, that's one ball too short.
Well, he's busy. Like I said.
Ken Venturino, thank you, sir. Happy Veterans Day, and thanks to all the veterans for your service. Yes, tomorrow is Day here.
That's right. We call it Remembrance Day here. But yeah, it's the exact same thing. 11th hour, 11th minute, 11th hour, 11th day. We do like 2 minutes of silence and remember all of our veterans and people who made the ultimate sacrifice. So,
what's up?
We wear a poppy.
Workers' Day. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to show some of this stuff. I don't think I can fully show the one thing, but I can
show just half of it.
Right. Do you have mail call items?
Yeah, I got some mail call stuff. Oh shoot, I left one of them in the other room. Stand by. There's so many things, you know. Oh jeez, I almost fell over. I'm very popular.
Oh yeah, I saw your photo in the rain, and that was a really good photo.
Oh,
like that.
Thank you. That means almost nothing coming from you.
You're very welcome, and you should take that at only face level.
Face value. But it's a good-looking car. I have to say, I think they knocked this body out of the park. It's a it's a 2-piece to get all of this
right
back end, right? But there's a few minor letdowns. There's no ability to add lights because the light buckets are painted over.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to offer a light kit for the Supra, which is a bit disappointing. But the wheels and tires look fantastic.
Yeah, they do. A little meatier than the Corvette.
Yeah, big time. There's some definite meat.
Yeah.
They are apparently not going to be selling these in Canada. The license only extends for the United States and the contiguous United States. Contiguous. You can't get it in
that's kind of crazy.
I know it is kind of crazy. Somebody did say that you could get them, but then speaking to the source, they said you cannot get them. So I feel quite fortunate that this is even here. There was the RC car border police weren't working that day.
Right, exactly. They're like, wait a minute, did you check the list? I don't know if this one can come in.
But nicely molded body, some nice little details. It does the come hither unclipping.
Yes.
Doodad. And then at the front, and there's some molded details too, like the wing. It's not Lexan, it's hard molded plastic, and it's on there really good. So it's not coming off.
Yep.
And then there's a few molded pieces on the nose and on the hood.
Yeah. Jesse said, he says, Matt's photo makes me want to buy one. I'm like, I know. Thought the same. I was like, it's a really good looking car. Their webpage and video all looked really good too. I was like,
yeah, wasn't that fun? Like all of the stuff they went to Toyota Proving Grounds and it's pretty legit.
Yes.
I emailed our contact. And I went, pretty good release, good video content. He goes, I'm glad you like it. Yours is coming on Monday. I was like, neat.
Success.
Success. That's cool. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm pretty chuffed on that one. What do you got?
So I did just check my Instagram because the one thing that I was afraid of this, that I can't actually show it, but I'm gonna say what it is because it's not out, but it's not. I don't really know what the details are. It says I'm not supposed to do like video or Instagram content for it yet, but it's out. Like people know what it is, so I'll show it quick. Like not the whole thing, but just be fine.
This better be worth all this buildup. Oh, wow. Neat.
Real quick. Shh.
Cool. I pretend I didn't see that. Did that come from
them?
Where'd you get that from?
Right. So, yeah, that's the FMS 16 Jimny. But
nice. I like it.
I'm excited to do some stuff on that, but it's going to be a little while.
Are you gonna like lift it and put 2.2s under it?
I'm gonna get rid of the leaf springs immediately because that's ridiculous. It's got a steering wheel that turns, which is gonna look great for the guy that's not gonna be in there.
This I don't know why anybody sends you anything. You completely miss the point entirely, Tony.
I specifically need a 9.5-inch figure.
No, you'll need a 12-inch figure, you ding dong.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, Tony, CCXRC is in here, and he goes, I know what it is, tread lightly. That ruined my day yesterday. So,
I wonder what that
you'll
means.
have to ask him about that later.
I wonder what that means.
You'll have to ask him about that later.
Yeah. And then I got a bunch of electronics.
Electronics? I got some electronics.
A bunch, because I'm doing some Phoenix build of mine, and then I'm going to do a video on Phoenix stuff. I think I already had the Firma and the Fusion last week, but...
Does the Firma fit in the Phoenix?
No, not without modification. Well, I don't know yet. It's still in the box, but from what you said, you're answering your own question, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
For the most part, it does not fit. Okay, it will fit. You can make it fit, but you got to do some grinding. Get the Dremel out.
Don't let it get away from you. 370 TBL. I got a raw 500.
Oh, you got to get the 370.
I've got a 2106 GF, one of my go-to Futaba receivers.
Is that the waterproof one?
Negative. Mm-hmm. And then I got a R2008SB, which is the 7-channel receiver for my 7PX.
Uh-huh.
So you can use all the channels.
Right, well, because a fully loaded Phoenix requires...
Well, I mean, if you want to do everything, if you want to do steering, ESC, servo winch, dig, overdrive, lights, that's 6.
So that's 6.
So,
you know what, though? You can skip the steering one. You don't need
that. You barely need the throttle one, so... You could just plug your 2 AA's in and let it kind of just butt along.
Between the two of us,
you could just run it like a stomper. You can just turn it on and let it go. Point your little camera at it.
Between the two of us, we only need 2 channels. That's good. All right, I got one more thing here.
Yeah, the rest of mine's just all electronics. 2 low-profile 9570 SV low-pro servos. A couple of ProTech low-pro servos. These are ProTech 160T low-pros. And then I got Mamba X and 2700 kV Polar Pro stubby.
Oh, I just got one of those too. But I got a copperhead. But I don't remember what I'm attaching any of these things to.
That's what I'm putting in that new rock buggy that I was working on last week.
Yeah.
And then I've also bought there's a whole box over there, but I bought like a bunch of Crawler Innovation 19 foams and
nice.
6 pairs of crawlers because I heard that
you're making it.
I heard that there's a beetle attacking rubber trees, and I'm worried I won't be able to get crawlers.
Come on. All right. Well, here's my last thing. You might like it because it's orange.
Let's see it. The Wycong?
No, this is the Rebelcon.
The Rebelcon.
Yeah, this is the Rebel RC Rebelcon.
Rebelcon.
The RJ. It just arrived like not 2 hours ago.
How's it feel? How's it look? How's the body?
It feels pretty good. The body isn't shabby. It's pretty good. Inner fender is all around, and 5-link suspension in the back, which was kind of interesting to see.
It's a
there's some interesting
4-link with panhard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That you can do 4-link with panhard, but they're normally supposed to be parallel 4-link with panhard.
Yeah. I don't claim to know a lot about geometry, so
that's not right. I'll tell you that.
Well, you might be right about that. But it's it looks pretty good. It's solid. It's a lot more solid than I was anticipating it to be.
Here's something that I'd like to pose to you.
Go ahead.
I didn't know that it had inner fenders, which is nice. But would you rather have inner fenders or an interior tray?
If I had to choose between one or the other?
Yes. Because that comes
That's
with
a tough one.
That only comes with one. And
yeah, you do not get an interior of any sort whatsoever. I would probably I'm actually going to go inner fenders on this one. I think I'd prefer to have inner fenders because I can make an interior work, or I can find an interior for something else.
Yep.
But in terms of like bang for your buck, like I think that this probably could compete with, say, a Red Cat. I think it's in that same sort of realm.
That's $479, right?
Uh-huh. It is?
I thought the Red Cats were closer to maybe I think their price go up a little bit, like maybe like $330.
Yeah, I think there's still a price gap for sure, but I think you're getting a little bit more for your money here.
Well, you got the selectable diffs. I could see you had an open diff there spinning that front. I think
selectable diffs.
I think that the look is better with this.
Agreed. Yeah, 100%.
Even though it has a weird angry eye grill and is non-licensed.
Well, actually, I did a little bit of checking because you know how I do.
Does the top of the grill just pop off? Holy crap.
Ha!
Oh my god.
I was like, you know what? I bet there's something under there. Because why would you make a mesh backing if you can't see through this part? I'm going to undo a few screws.
Look at that. That looks properly okay.
And now it doesn't look so bad, right?
Much agreed. I know Tony hates it now, but
yeah. But when I bought it, because I picked this up through Rebel's website the other day. I think I was the first Canadian order ever, which was pretty neat. I was like, you know what? I bet this comes off. But they were cool. They threw in a couple koozies for me there, and some big ass stickers.
Big ass stickers.
There's even one for my real 1-to-1 vehicle. It's like the transfer paper size.
Yes.
And I got a patch. I got a cool little patch in there. And then this is the thing that I was like, oh, I see how this is working. You buy the RC, and then you're like, maybe I want to do that to my real truck.
Right. Which Rebel makes some pretty awesome full-size trucks.
They sure do.
Yeah.
But yeah, full light kit on this thing. Locking, unlocking differentials.
That is a Lexan body.
Lots of
Someone
nice.
was asking.
Yeah, Lexan
That's
bodies.
a lot of
Lots of
extra
nice
fuel on the back.
Oh man, you're never gonna run out of fuel. Also, I love it when they anodize everything the same color.
The wiper is on the wrong side of the window.
That is correct.
It's on the bottom. It should be on the top.
This isn't a Jeep, though.
Oh, sorry, I was mistaken.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. But it's cool. It's hinged.
How many slots are there?
Don't worry about that.
There's a QR code underneath there.
Yeah, you could scan that, I guess. I don't know where it takes you. I haven't done it yet. But it's got the 2-speed, the locking, unlocking diffs, brushed motor, aluminum motor plate, adjustable slipper from the outside, anodized, aluminum chassis rails.
Aluminum chassis rails or steel?
They look to be aluminum, sir.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see the looks like remachined marks on them.
Yeah, they've sort of done like a.
Yeah.
You can see, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh well, that's very interesting.
The light kit looks pretty kick-ass, man. Like there's lights everywhere. Anything that is a light bucket is a light.
I like
the only weird thing is chassis mounted not chassis mounted servo. It's servo on axle, which I'm not sure I can totally love. But so it's magnets on there that holds it all on. But then there's
that's what I was also going to ask.
There is a little like burnished nut that you can screw into there so it stays on.
Okay.
So yeah, 6-channel radio.
Okay.
Where's the radio?
So all the lights are switching and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I presume that's how that would work.
How would you rate this radio on a scale of RC 4-wheel drive to Spectrum? Obviously, RC 4-wheel drive being the bottom.
Yes. Well, this one you can use one-handed.
Okay.
So
does it have a lot of twist? Like
what do you mean, like in the actual radio itself?
No, you can get a solid 45 degrees of articulation. Like
no, there's none of that. All the switches feel pretty good. The wheel it's plastic. It's not the best quality wheel, but for an RTR radio, I think it's more than acceptable. It's better than most in this price range. Not Spectrum quality, but it's decent. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty well chuffed. The wheels are interesting too. I should pull one off here so you can get a look at it. It's not a standard width on the back.
It's not a standard width on the back. What does that mean?
Like
it's not a 1919?
No. So like 19 on the front, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then who knows what on the back.
You know, who else did that? I think Charisma did that initially. They had like a one.
Oh, yeah.
They had a weird one, like a 1719 or a 1922, like a weird deal. I can't remember, but.
This is like a 2.25.
To the outside of the beadlock ring?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
And obviously 19 on the.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
And it's a beadlock wheel.
It is a beadlock.
Oh, yeah. What a waste. Like, why even do a beadlock wheel at that point? Just do a non-beadlock wheel and make it cheaper if you're going to make a tire that's useless. Like.
Yeah. It's an interesting choice. But there's, there is a foam in there.
A foam. Okay.
And it's an foam.
Yes.
Short course crawler tires. Yeah, exactly. The tires feel okay. It's an RTR kind of compound, so not going to be a great performing tire. But I mean, if you're looking for an alternative, I mean, I haven't driven it yet, so I can't really comment much yet. But I mean, for the look, it's not bad.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's
it's worth a try. I think that's sort of where I was at in my head.
You said, why not? Let's pick it up and try it.
Yeah.
So is that a proprietary tire? I would absolutely assume that is a very proprietary tire. It's like a short course wheel, but not. Agreed. So
yep. It's you'll definitely not want to try to use that beadlock on any other tire.
Yeah. I mean, granted, like on that new rock buggy I built, I stretched 1.9s on 2.2s. So you technically could probably put just about any tire on it still. Any 1.9 tire. If the front is in fact still 1.9. And they likely did it because that is a portal truck and they were trying to keep it reasonably narrow. So,
which it is. I mean, it's got a good look to it for sure. I mean, it's a non-licensed body, and
I that's about as close as I've ever seen.
It's about as close as you could get.
Particular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Oh no, I don't think you counted all 7 there. There's 18 here.
That's just.
Don't you know what? Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Okay, it's fine. There's nothing under there.
What?
You okay?
She got watermelon.
Watermelon bubbly?
That's terrible.
Oh, I would like to try that.
That
sounds delicious.
I hate watermelon flavor of almost anything. I don't mind it. Except Bubblicious. Everything else.
Tony just goes, based on the time of year, you should be able to drive it next June during the big thaw.
Is it getting cold yet?
Yeah, it's getting cold. It's getting to the point where I regret waiting so long to paint this van body.
Yeah. I mean,
Reggie just said something kind of funny. He goes, "You just won't understand it. It's a Gorp thing." The Gorp Rebelcon.
No, this is really, really bad.
All right, you're fine.
I do want some. Really go for some Bubblicious right now, though. The green with the.
So I'm painting this van body here.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
I've
put a lot of effort into this.
It looks great.
It's got a Monster Energy logo.
Is that what that is?
I'm all about that. I'm all about that Monster life. And Hoonigan.
I've heard of them.
I don't know. They're a couple of nice gents, I think. Anyway, it's you may recognize what's happening there. It's this paint job.
Yes, I do recognize that immediately. Are you still going to put the Ford logos on the side?
Yeah, I think so. Because James made me that. He made me the Ford Devi grill with the Chevy bow tie with the Ford logo in the middle. So I'm making this is for the tracks. I'm putting this on the TRX4 tracks, and I'm gonna paint up the TRX4 tracks to match the tracks on this Raptor van, Raptor truck.
Yes,
tracks on tracks on tracks. But it's been a real struggle because I've had to make paint colors with Lexan paint, which isn't easy. I'm using the On Point again, but they don't have.
How are you doing that? How are you making Lexan colors with On Point paint? Because it's aerosol.
Let me.
I've tried so many times to get the paint back in those cans. I don't understand.
You have a bike pump. And you go. Okay, so what you do? Okay, so here's the deal. Let's say, for example,
the Charisma van body.
Yes, this is the Prairie Coyote or Prairie Wolf. Yeah. Anyway, so black, obviously, that's fine, no problem there. And then I have to do a dark green and a light green. They have a dark green.
Okay.
And they have a fluorescent green, but the fluorescent green is going to be too green. So what you can use is a top, a base layer of On Point smoke. And it's basically like a tint.
Okay.
So you can tint colors darker. If you lay this down first, then you can spray your next color and it becomes darker. I did the same
blowing
thing.
my mind here.
I know. I did the same thing on the G-Made truck.
So you have to do multiple coats. Is that what you're saying? Hey, you put my number on the side of that truck. Interesting.
I know, you're welcome. You can sort of, it's hard to see because there's so much reflection.
That's got a dark stripe down the middle.
It's got like a, well, actually, it's better on the hood because you can see the topography there.
Oh, I saw it in your Instagram photo. It doesn't come across very well on your $9 webcam, but it
looks fine over here.
Yeah,
but what you do there, the same thing. I just sprayed it with the smoke first and then laid down red again, and it just becomes slightly darker.
So again, this is when you go to the multiple coats of paint stage.
Yes, Josh. I know it's a foreign concept to you. There are other colors other than orange available.
I know. I get the concept. It's just kind of a DMZ to me. Yeah, there is other colors other than orange. I unintentionally initially moved this rack around.
Yeah, sure you did.
And then it was almost, I mean, the top one wasn't orange and there wasn't an orange one on the bottom. I was just like, oh wow, so then I was just like, I'm going to move the SCX3 over here. And I still didn't put anything on the bottom, but I mean, I have other orange cars, so.
Shocker. Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty excited by this paint job. I do have to get it done sooner rather than later. And I didn't want to rush it, but I also needed to kind of at least get a few colors on there before too long. But I think it's going to turn out pretty good. I'm excited to do the Monster logo, despite hating Monster Energy. I'm excited to do the logo.
Given it a good chance.
Yeah, I don't like that stuff.
Did you mask the windows or did you paint over them?
I painted over the back windows. Why?
I don't know. It just seems like
seems
like something I would do.
Well, you don't know what's going on here, though.
That's true.
I'm gonna put some like ski and snowboard holders on there.
You should put ladders rather than
snow ladders,
like actual ladders. Then put a drywall repair sticker on the company logo.
I'm pretty excited with this one, though. I think it'll be a fun project once it's all done.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it will look great. I'm sure it will. And I mean, the whole idea of it is pretty clever. I'll give you that.
I think so.
It's the only way that tracks. I'm just like, that's kind of cool. The fact.
Yeah, it's the only time anybody would ever think that.
Yes. Does Matt know that there are other flavors of Monster other than just green or blue logo cans?
What is there, like Monster Energy Mocha?
There's coffee flavors. There's Kona. I'm not gonna say that I haven't. There's times that I go with very little sleep for extended periods of time, and I've had a lot of Monsters, especially back in the RC crawling competition days, when you'd have multiple days of competition. You're trying to get ready and just very little sleep for multiple days.
I
could have done bronze.
I get enough caffeine in the coffee.
You what?
I get enough caffeine in my coffee. So
I drink a lot of coffee now. That is also.
I will say though, I was out last night with clients. I took some clients out for a dinner, to thank them for all the work they brought me, and my executive producer at the end of the night, they brought the dessert menus around. Nice Italian place, and she goes, "Oh, you know what? Maybe instead of dessert, let's all get espresso martinis." And I was like, like I want a coffee flavored alcoholic beverage this late at night, because it was like 11 o'clock. I had the weirdest dreams of all time because of that martini. I was like, I should not do this again.
Yeah, no, I that's not my biggest issue. That's for sure. That's I'll drink way too much cold brew even in the evening and still just right out.
Yeah.
But
Hey, Blind Guy RC, thanks very much. Hey, man, that's pretty cool. Yeep. The market is sure getting fun with all these brands. It's not with all these brands. It's not cold. We live in igloos. Josh wouldn't survive. It's true. It's not that cold yet.
You were at dinner last night. Myself and Nicole and her parents who were out here, we went axe throwing. Which
fun.
Joe has tried to get me to drag Nicole out to do a number of times, and I have not been successful. But we went last night. Actually, did have a lot of fun. It was
cool. Yeah, it's fun to do that. I've done that many times. Obviously.
I mean, with that shirt,
sure
we would have all assumed. I noticed that they do have leagues, and I was just like, do you get to bring your own axe?
Yes, you do.
And that I was just like, if that's the case, I mean, I could get it like, is there a carbon fiber handle version? Is it like?
I'm sure there is, Josh.
I was just like,
Axe throwing is very fun. I do enjoy it.
I had a lot of fun. Yeah. Moosejaw says, "Oh, really?"
You should have invited him. You should have brought him along. That would have been great fun.
Not gonna lie. Didn't know we were doing it until pretty much I was almost home. Like, you ready to go axe throwing? I'm like, do I need to prepare? I haven't stretched. She's like, well, we have a reservation at 6. I guess I'm ready to go. Like,
DK just said axe throwing is taught in Canadian middle school. It's a life skill. Project One, thanks very much. Have a drink on me. You'll need it before visiting the in-laws. I know it. I need a drink before I see mine. I love my in-laws. I don't have a very large family. My family is just my mom and my uncle. That's it. I was an only child. He didn't have any children, so it's literally just me and those two people. So seeing Rebecca's family is like, this is great. There's 3 nephews, a brother-in-law, sister-in-law, mother-in-law. That's great.
That's like that ratio is about like my situation. My family fairly small. I have 2 cousins, and extension, but just pretty small. However, Nicole's family, I still haven't met them all. Been around them 100 times. Someone's new there every single time. I'm just like, who is this? Like, that's my cousin.
That's cousin Larry.
Who? I'm like, how are you related? Well, she's like, well, it's not like our cousin. It's like, it's actually our cousin's cousin. And
right. It's like the uncle together who isn't actually an uncle. They're just a friend.
And I was just like, what? But my in-laws have been staying here with me for 3 weeks.
Do they watch the show?
Well, not tonight. Nicole and her parents are in Fort Bragg, which is 3 or 4 hours from here, out on the coast, having a gay old time. So, something that I didn't know was happening until today. So, yeah, I knew that Nicole's parents were going, and then Nicole's like, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. I'm like, what?
Yeah. So you're on your own tonight. Chess pizza.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely having something.
Like after the
Blind Guy
show is over.
Sir. Hey man, look, the coffee is better as coffee. I like Zevia energy. I'm type 1 diabetic, so sugar-free, no good. Love axe throwing. As a Canadian, I should. That makes sense. Yeah. I admittedly have cut myself out of most energy drinks other than just nature's energy drink, coffee. But
it's the best one.
Hey,
I got one more thing to show you.
What do you got?
It's the start of my Class 1 comp build.
You son of a...
It's not done, obviously, but I'm starting it.
Do you want me to guess what this is?
Of course I want you to guess what this is.
Go back to the roof. It's got the Jeep ribs, kind of. Is that correct? Is it a Brute?
Yes.
It is.
No, not technically. No, this is a JL, but it's the J6 concept, which was the 2-door long bed.
Yeah. Well, but not a JL.
Yeah, JL.
They did a JL version. Oh, okay. Because they had a version of that, the J6, long ago, but I have not. Okay. So I have not.
It was the new.
I believe that was the JL one leaf spring in the rear still.
Because
the previous J6 was Dana 60 leaf sprung rear.
Right. I'll have to double check that. But this was just sort of a test to see if this was going to be worthwhile. I need to order more Galaxy Silver Prusament filament because I love this stuff, and when it scratches, it will look like metal.
That is like one of the best filaments.
It is amazing, and I mean, like, the print quality is just out of this world. It's so crazy good.
Yeah, I'm almost through my second spool of that Prusament Silver, and I'm just like, I'll never not buy this filament.
Yeah,
I have their black, which is also a great filament, but there's something about that silver that they have.
Yeah.
The J6.
I actually.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So they have.
Yeah, but this is the J6 JL concept. They did it in 2018, and you can Google it. It looks awesome. So that'll be my class 1.
All right. Well, that's interesting. I have not decided what my class 1 body is going to be for sure, but.
Bob A just said a Lloyd hard body.
I'm just going to take the Lloyd body and fill it with Bondo.
Hard body. Better yet, plaster of Paris.
Yeah. So,
And just drill out a cavity in the middle. And glue all your electronics
just
there.
for the transmission.
So yeah, that's all I've been working on, aside from the real job, which has been insane.
Yeah, same.
I need a break badly.
Just all of the items for us, like all of the spare parts for the Phoenix, getting those all listed. And
yeah, did you? Was there a little teaser there on your stories today?
Those are just on the site. Someone was asking me, like, "Are you guys gonna do 90 millimeters of those for like guys who wanted to do the Pro?" I'm like, they're already on the site. Well, the replacement parts, at least. You can buy 90 millimeter shock bodies. You can buy 90 millimeter shock shafts. You can buy every part of those shocks, but those shocks will be available separately as well in 80 and 90 millimeter. So I think that cat has been let out of the bag by the release of all of our options, or the spare parts for parts that you can't actually get in any other way at this point. But
right. Has there been any I guess the sales have been great. You've been selling lots of those kits. It's an awesome kit. I love mine. I don't know. It's over there somewhere. I can see it.
Yes.
Has there been any I know a lot of people have had trouble with the shock collars.
Yeah, shock collars have been a pain. And that is that's something that'll get adjusted for later later ones. But the easiest way is to do a quick little stretch with a pair of pliers, which sucks, but just the nature of plastic molding. Plastic, you can have a mold that's done one way. For people who are not aware, you make a mold of a perfect circle that's an inch in diameter, and you shoot plastic in it, and depending on what the plastic is and how hard it is, or there's all kinds of plastic science, but plastic shrinks after it's molded, and that was the issue. What was approved for that part, was just the issues were what they were. But later on, that'll be an adjustment. So just a running.
Yeah.
They're just a little bit of a pain. I built these 4 more of these that are in front of me here I've been doing the step-by-step video stuff. And these 3 of them were pretty easy. I just had to get the timing of it to start together. And then one of them fought me for a minute, and I had to stretch it a little bit and got it going, and that was it. Great. So, I built the ones on the live video, and they probably took me an extra, I mean, probably 5 minutes longer than they should have, maybe 10 minutes longer, but
Right.
that's really the only thing that slowed me down.
That's not a big deal.
So
I don't think in the
it
scheme
is what
of
it
things.
is.
I know I had the same sort of like, oh, this is a little bit out of sorts. I'll just go slow, and then I just kind of backed them off, tried again, filled with it a little bit, and that was it.
So yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely been a very successful release. I've seen a lot of them out there.
Yeah, I mean, we sold out right away.
Wow.
So the ones that are available then were from dealers and distributors who were the ones who bought them initially. So that was our deal. Went just push but that's about it. I did get I got a new tool today, which always makes me that's one of the happiest days. But I got, these are Nipix snap ring pliers, but it's their smallest one. It's the J0s. So, but the reason I got these is for the lower E clip on these shocks to do rebuilds. And I wanted to show those. It's the same size, like if you ever had to rebuild a set of Traxxas big bores, it's the same clip. So you need an extremely tiny little snap ring plier, and these J0s, or I believe A0s will also work, but Nipix. But they're just a really good set of pliers, made in Germany, of course. So,
well, they do know precision.
They do. We were gonna have Moosejaw on. We need to call him.
Yeah, do you want to grab him real quick, because then we can call this cut it short tonight.
Yeah, I know you've got to get changed.
You gotta get up at 5. It's an early flight.
Let's find Moosejaw. You'd think that I would have him saved under something that was. Oh, I think it's because his. There it is. Adding. Oh, then I got to figure out how to change this again.
Yeah.
Going black screen for a second. See, of course, the whole thing breaks down when I do that.
There you go.
There's Moosejaw. Let me
hear him. Hang on.
I don't see him yet either.
Maybe it's my video. Hold on, that's me. There we go.
And mine's broken as well. There's me. There you go. There you're back, Joe.
Am I? All right.
Yep.
God.
All right, how to make this
Everything's
bigger?
all together on mine.
Sorry, 1 second.
Joe, you've been doing garage organization, it looks like.
Yeah, a little bit. We got rid of some stuff, and I got more room.
So there's not going to be any dog drinking water directly next to you during this set of 5 questions.
We could get her.
Is Matt frozen? No, Matt's just sitting very still.
Hold on, I'm working, fixing mine so it's ready to go.
Clear my room.
Jeez.
How do I look?
Wasn't
I look
prepared
good? I
for
look
this.
good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did you
Hello,
upgrade
Joe.
your webcam, Joe?
No,
Hi,
it's,
Gunner. Thank you.
no, it's a cheap $86 webcam, not $60. So.
I have I spent $18.99 on this.
Oh, well, good for
I think
you.
I spent $70, but it was in like 2012.
Yeah, I don't even know how long I want to get a second one, but
Yep.
not
Well,
that
you got to start somewhere, right? I like what's going on in the background. I feel very bad, Joe. I have missed almost every Thursday night that you've done, and I feel very, very, very bad about that, because I want to see your show and I want to participate. So next week,
All
count
right.
me in.
Well,
I think I joined in while I was in Mexico.
Yeah.
Since,
Okay, I will pop in
Mexico.
tomorrow. I'll be in the same time zone as everybody, so
yeah.
No, you won't.
I'm just doing
yeah, I
it
will.
fun. There's no big stars in my eyes.
yet.
Not yet.
So
It's
for
a
those that
matter of
don't
time.
know, Moosejaw Joe, he is my local friend, hobby shop helper, my painter of, let's see,
Every single orange truck.
that one there and that one there that you can see, and then
4,
1, 2 more that are also in view, and then several more that you can't see.
Some in the garage, yes.
But he's also a professor of adolescent children.
And he's quite knowledgeable in other things too.
I am a modern day Renaissance man, I think. Or as my wife says, you have way too many hobbies.
So like, are you like, you go to a lot of those like reenactment fairs, like Renaissance fairs and stuff?
You like turkey legs?
Well, I like turkey legs. No, I don't go to that. We go to, well, like in San Francisco, there's the Dickens Fair. It's been going on for years, except for the last 2 years. So you dress in Victorian attire, and it's Christmas and all that.
Oh, all right, okay.
And you
I was thinking
as
something
a
else.
distinguished gentleman and all that stuff, but they haven't had it last couple of years, but it's kind of fun. And there's other ones that we go to. We really get dressed up and all that. It's fun.
That's fun. That is cool.
So there's my one.
I saw a meme the other day that was like, the best thing about going to a Renaissance fair is dressing up as like Star Trek, but like the original Star Trek characters, like they've gone back in time. They've shown up from some other planet.
Do that.
Yeah.
Yes, Andy plays in a band. Exactly, Jesse.
Yes. Yes. Which will be dropping
does.
on January 1st.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Looking forward to it.
So Joe, when you come by, you usually ask us a bunch of biased questions that allow Josh to feel smart or
whatever. I've lost
special.
all but I think 1 or maybe 2 of these.
The official score is Josh 2, Matt 5.
Jesus.
This is my 8th time.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh.
Of course, he kept a grade of this, though.
Of course he did. I'm surprised I didn't, because like the record for me beating you at anything is very low.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you got for us tonight, Joe?
For tonight, Joe?
What I got, what a theme. Well, it's kind of hard because, a lot of things is just new stuff.
All right.
So much new stuff.
I think we've talked about, everybody on the inner world talk about complaining. So I think that's all covered. So let's talk about the stuff. So question 1, and like I said, this is just out there. So a lot of people are excited about the SEX6. And I know you guys given some of your predictions or maybe how this will take off, but how do you think other companies will react to this? Will it be crawlers? Will it be expanding into road? Anything? Drifters? Who knows? How do you think they'll react?
I'll go first since I'm losing so far.
Yeah, losers first, or
choice.
whatever it is.
I think that the only reaction we will see to this is from the kind of like cheap Chinese side. And I think that we'll see it in ways that are just like other platforms stretched in awkward and unengineered ways. Like when Red Cat did their 5th scale thing, and it was basically just like a 8th scale-ish thing with really long links on an MOA. Like it was absolute just awfulness, just hot garbage. I think that's what we'll see. Probably that exact same car with a different name or the same name.
I'm just really concerned that the RC bedroll accessory companies are not going to have enough material to upsize all of these bedrolls. That's what I'm really concerned about. I think you'll actually see. I think you'll see 1 or 2 things, and I'm just, I'm speculating. I think you'll see 1 or 2 things that are in sort of this same realm of, I can't believe they did that. I think that there's enough novelty and enough people out there that are willing to separate themselves from the money they have in their wallet to have the thing that others don't, just so they can go, look at this silly thing.
And how crazy are they going to go with it?
Look at this 8th scale hovercraft. Like it's going to be like weird ass stuff. I swear, it's going to keep going. Yeah, they
Six
made
scale
that.
semis. Ooh, you think Jemai will jump in?
Oh man,
Just takes one.
it's true.
With
They may
interchangeable
have started
parts.
something here. You never know. Yeah, that's true. They only need to make it once, Josh. Put the same connector on it. They've already got those.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Do they upsize the connector? Or they just put 2 connectors in there. Like,
It's glue 8 together.
yeah.
Because of.
All right. Well, I like how you touched the economy from a social science point of view. You both went with economy type stuff, China and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to say a tie right now. I'm going to say a tie.
I'll allow it.
Okay. Oh, you allow it.
I'll
I
I will not.
Points off
protest
for
yet.
that sort of.
should sound like some of my students. Yeah.
I'm going to come back in retrospect later when I'm right and demand a point. Come back. I'd like to draw our attention back to episode 87.
You can make an argument. We'll listen for it. All right. So, hey, there's something called the VS410 Phoenix. I don't know if you follow along. And
Junk.
on the same thing, but how does the 1/10 scale crowd companies are going to react to this? I mean, I kept thinking when I went to Vanquish and you guys showed me, I was probably like an idiot because Jim was probably like, why are you bringing this guy? Because all I kept saying is, this is effing brilliant over and over and over. And I kind of knew the potential, but how do you think the companies are going to react to this? Not just the big names, but what about those global ones outside? Does this push them up? Yeah, global.
I'm gonna go on this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first. So I think you're actually gonna see a similar thing has started to happen in a good example is Apple. What's been happening there is they had this kind of mantra that less was more, and it started with the iMac and getting rid of the 3.5-inch floppy and then getting rid of the CD-ROM and saying people are just going to use USB. People are just going to use Wi-Fi. You don't need this thing anymore. And then they started to do it with the laptops. They're like, you don't need all these ports. you don't need that stuff. It's all wireless now. And then with their most recent iteration, they went, guess what? We're putting all the ports back on. So they literally went from as simple as humanly possible to, again, more complicated. So what I think is going to happen in the RC world is there's going to be this push for everyone to try to have every single feature. And I'm not saying that the VP truck is not a great truck. I love it. I think it's the best truck ever. Mm-hmm. And I like the features that they included. But I think what's going to happen is you're gonna find people are going, well, this is getting way too complicated and way too many things for me to deal with. It's going to go backwards, and they're going to be like, the new Axial SCX-10-7. All you need is 2 channels, right? So that's what I think is going to happen. Less is more.
So I have to go second on this one. So I am in a similar situation or similar thought train as Matt here. And only partially because of the same reasons. It's an expensive kit still. It's much cheaper than the previous kit offering, so it makes it look much less expensive. It's still not a cheap kit. It's one of the most expensive trail truck kits you can get. Not the most expensive, obviously, but it's still, but it has a ton of features built into it. But like the other companies, I think that they understand, like at their scale, like they're like, well, we're trying to sell a lot of trucks, so it needs to be a little bit more reasonably priced. And so I think that the big scale is going to continue on with their ship in their path. They're going to keep just plowing on. I think that a lot of what they do is, I mean, they're looking at very tight, cost structures, and they're trying to hit a very exact thing, and they're trying to just keep going where they have seen customers will react to a certain price point, and RTRs. RTRs is the market for that volume. That even though many of us are kit people, even I really appreciate an RTR. Like, if I get a new truck and it just comes and it's already built and done, I get to just be like, here it is, and let's go drive it. Like, I kind of like that. Otherwise, I've got to put it together. I have to drive over to Joe's house. I have to deliver the body. I have to wait for him to paint the body, and then I have to.
I can't believe you're saying all these things out loud.
Drive by my house to deliver anything?
I delivered you to your house once.
And not from throwing axes, apparently.
Yeah. I can already feel who's getting the win on this point.
I think, again, 2 valid points. This is writing these questions, I kind of thought, so I'm going to say tie again. I was thinking the same. Sorry. But we'll see what else. So this is from a guy named Jesse. Jesse writes, with the VFD twin transmission, what else can you stuff in it? What else would you want to stuff into this?
This isn't fair. I protest.
Why?
Because he already knows what could go into it next.
I mean, I know all
the clock radio. I mean, GPS.
Yeah. It's a really good question. I honestly, it only makes me think. Not. So, you going first, Matt, or?
No, I went first on the last one.
No, okay. I mean, technically, you could stuff in a front dig, so you could lock up the front wheels. There, that's used in full-size rock crawling. When you disengage the front, pull cutting brakes to lock up, so you can do like a rear burn or a front. It's a rear burn in that case. It can help you kind of move. If you've got your front end up on a slab, you can rear burn and like burn the tires down. It can be used in that case. We used to do that in comp crawling also. I'll leave it at that. Kind of thing. I'm not because I'm like holding back an idea of like something that we're like prototyping. It's just because like I don't know how long else I want to sit here in silence trying to think of another thing.
Kind of leaves the door open there, Matt.
Yeah, it does. I mean, there's tons of things you could put in there. Like a soft serve dispenser would be nice. Or like a grill, maybe. Just toss a few bergs on there and make some hamburgers while you're driving your tiny truck around.
George Foreman vanquish.
Speaking of, I brought that up in my questions last week. What happened to all the George Foreman grills? Everybody had one. Everybody.
Did they?
Yeah. And now I haven't seen a George Foreman grill in years.
I don't know.
What happened to all of them?
We'll have to figure that one out.
I know I had 2 at one point. I don't know where either of them went.
Oh yeah, we had them in our household.
You have them?
I didn't have one.
No, not anymore. No.
Where'd it go?
They're gone.
We just got a fancy new slow cooker, air fryer, Instapot grill, this clock radio. All in one.
I'm saying separate kitchen utensils are in. And for some reason, the George Foreman's just been left in the dark.
Come on, George. Where are you?
I would argue that some people might, and I think it came up in the chat here, they'd like to see a 2-speed in that transmission. I actually would say no thanks, because a great brushless motor will give you all the speed you need.
That's still my exact same protest, and I've been on that train for many years.
Yeah,
2 speeds are pointless.
Yeah, it's so hard to say as a sales clerk.
Good brushless system.
Yeah, I bet you Joe doesn't say that a lot.
No, I mean, but at the same time, I'm like trying to say there's a brushless system. I mean, I say the same thing, but everybody kind of gets locked into that.
It is cheap for, a little faster in your TRX4 with it, so I get it. It's. I mean, I'm not saying they don't sell trucks. They do. If you just wanted to sell more, trucks to a market, get the price down and put a 2-speed in it.
It's true. Or portals. Make sure there's portals under there. I'd also like to see portals in the transmission.
Oh, yes. What I said too. Someone's like, are you guys going to work on a straight axle version of it because it's called the VS Phoenix Portal? I'm like, well, no, because we're working on the portal on portal version next.
Yeah.
Then
flip the portals too.
Yeah. Well, it's going to do that. It's kind of
right.
The next one's actually going to be taller than the first, though, so it actually goes down a little bit. Trying to compete with that Red Cat Lowrider.
Well, congratulations here, Josh. We have a lead.
Obviously.
Yeah, 3-2. So, all right, but this will be maybe more towards, I don't know, we'll see.
Is it a paint question?
No. Well, I do have to add one because I haven't kind of guessed. I have another one, but I'm not sure. So,
is it a flannel
the term
question?
A, the Canadian term A.
Uh-huh.
Can one of you please explain your point of view on the term A? Is it a form of a question? Is it a resolution? What is A? Why we?
It's all of the above, Joe, and it can be used pretty much any way you need it to be used. A lot of people do use it as sort of a question. How's it going, eh?
This is my
you could
point.
also say, it's real cold out here today, eh? Another question. It's one of those words that I think transcends description.
Nope.
And
it doesn't. It's got the easiest description ever.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
It is the Canadian F word.
No,
it's
it
just
isn't.
it is.
No,
but not
we use
because
the F
of,
word here plenty.
It's just it can be used in everything. It means anything you want just based on the inflection.
Which is exactly what I just said. But here's the no, it's not used in case instead of a swear.
Exactly, because you're too polite to do that.
No, because we still swear. You can still say get the F out of here, eh?
But instead, like we say, it's cold outside. You guys say, it's cold out here, eh? Like, same thing.
No, it's not. Because I would say it's pretty effing cold here, eh? Plus, also, here's the thing. You don't get to tell me how to use my word. That's my word.
You're jaded. You're looking from the outside in.
No.
Fogged windows. You got to crack the window every once in a while. Let the clear. You got to understand.
Some guys are saying here it's like the Canadian aloha.
Yeah, and Alex says it's the Swiss Army knife of ending a statement.
It totally is. And for Josh to assume that he can just describe something as Canadian as A just boils my blood.
We all know it. That's the joke we all make. We all see.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we all. Don't kill me in this. I have to give it to Matt because Josh, you forgot I play hockey and I know plenty of Canadians and we cuss like a sailor. They all do.
It's true. It's not a swear replacement.
That's lost by a Canadian in Vancouver back in '95.
The American that can't say roof telling the person who embodies the word how it's meant. Amazing. Thank you, DK.
That's what he's jaded. He can't tell from the inside.
Oh, yeah, I'm jaded, but not about that. I'm jaded about just about everything else.
Jaded. That came up. That's jaded. All right, so we're tied.
Again.
1, 2, 3. That's 4.
Bob A just said Matt is unchuffed right now.
I'm going to say that in my next hockey game. I'm unchuffed about this whole thing.
Buck Dandy thinks that question was rigged, and I agree with Buck Dandy.
Well, it's about as rigged as the other question was.
We have
so
the
that's
American
fine.
view. We have the Canadian view.
As the designer of the Vanquish VFD twin transmission,
Seriously, I was looking for a clock range.
what does VFD stand for?
I'll just tell you, if we were in Canadian, it would be the VED.
A. The VFD. A. All right. What else can I say? Because I was kind of thinking. So, Jason, let's say Jason. We'll see this. Jason asked. I asked for help, and
nice.
And you can think from who. How awesome you named the Phoenix after Phoenix RC. Where is this check? And when is the Phoenix 2 electrical boogaloo being released? What will the boogaloo
How's this a
have?
question for me?
What would the boogaloo have?
I'm gonna let Matt go first. Try and snipe the win on this one.
No, you can't do that. I went first on the last one.
You won the last one.
No, that's not. What are you changing the rules now? Go.
What would the 2 have? It would be a 6x6, but with 2 axles in the front. Let's see. Angry Eyes. There is. I'm trying to think. What else could this thing possibly have? See, the 6x6 part is important because that makes it 3 wheels on each side, and 3-wheel RC is the goal, but still trying to make it, friendly to the mass market. It's going to require 1,000-ounce-inch servo. Just will not run without it. So, and then I think it's going to have angry eyes in the back too, which is a new thing. It's patent pending. So angry taillights.
That's where they should be, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's called the Thai food aftermath taillights. So just
all
one.
right, are you guys ready?
Angry
are you
eye,
ready for
rear taillight? There you go.
One word, Joe. Tracks.
Reasonable. Not as way out there, but within the confines. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta give that to Matt. Congratulations, Matt. Your supremacy and random questions that the Mod Squad came up with, by the way.
That's great. Good job, the Mod Squad. Which,
damn it.
You know what? I'm still waiting for my invitation because I am a mod on the channel.
We were
and
talking
I'm
about
not invited to the chat.
We had our secret meeting and we were talking about that. No.
That's true.
So why isn't Matt here?
We talked about it in my mod chat too. And let me see if I can find what I said.
Tracks. Damn it. How did I not get that one?
I know.
Yeah, how did you miss that? I was like, God, don't say tracks, don't say tracks, don't say tracks.
You were sitting there very quiet, like.
Doing everything I could to not.
He's like,
where is it here? I'm not invited to their stupid chat for jerks. That's what I said.
And 2 of those jerks are in that chat.
It's true, yeah. Alex and Joe are both on my mod squad too.
Just combining the forces.
It's true. Think of all the good things we could do.
And no work will ever get done.
Oh. So true.
So.
Thank you, Joe.
Anyways, yeah, thank you.
Yes,
that's
Joe.
Always fun.
Much appreciated.
I'll pop in tomorrow from vacation just to say hi.
Oh, well, thanks. Yes. Yeah, we got this Thursday, next Thursday, but then Thanksgiving. Yeah, so.
Right.
Yay, holidays.
Oh man.
Yay, holidays. I'm looking forward to some myself.
Yeah, agreed.
Could really use them.
I mean, not that I haven't been gone on some sort of trip or vacation for like 3 of the last 6 weeks, but
yeah, it's tough doing this show by myself. So
I know.
3 weeks in a row. Anyway.
Well, I will have
thanks
to
much,
contact Josh. I'll see you Friday. I got 4 bodies to deliver to your house. God,
that sounds
and none of
so
them for
scary.
you, which is
I know.
So again, thanks guys. A lot of fun as always, and keep up the good work. Cheeseburger fries.
Later, Jeff.
Thanks. Bye. Cheeseburger fries. I remember that. What's that from?
That does not ring a bell to me.
Cheeseburger fries. So good. DK, it's impossible for my wife to be deported from the country that we're flying in.
Yeah, because it does not require a passport.
Does not require a passport.
Yeah.
So she'd have to do something pretty terrible.
I mean, if you want to make a story, like...
Gets deported from her own country.
Yeah. You think she gets to spin the wheel to figure out where she gets to go? Like from there? Like, let's see.
Yeah. All right. Lebanon.
Yeah. Ohio? K&K.
Just going to Team K&K. Cool. So, yeah. Why don't we wrap it up right there?
Yeah. We'll let you prepare for your early travels. And
this is the first time I'm not gonna we're going away since getting the dog.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So 2 years since we've gone away and left him with somebody.
When you guys went on your little mini cabin vacay last year, you were able to take him.
We took him. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm actually I'm actually upset. I'm
You're gonna miss your dog.
I'm gonna miss my dog a lot. I think he's gonna be fine. Like, he's staying with our best friends across the street who have his best friend dog, so he probably won't even really notice because we're leaving him here, and then they're coming and getting him later in the day. So
Gotcha. Yeah, he's gonna be.
he'll. I like you guys. Yeah. Oh, you have the. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'm sleeping over here tonight. All right. I hope he's okay. I'm very nervous about that, but
I'm sure.
Otherwise,
I'm pretty sure that he'll be. That's
yeah.
That's
Oh,
always
SC
tough.
Spider-Man. The filament that I was using, that's Galaxy silver from Prusa.
Yeah, it's got some sparkle in it.
Yeah, it looks like bare metal, basically. Yeah. It's so great, and it
is
prints
hard.
so nicely too.
You can see it's got sparkle.
Yeah.
Now,
Sparkle.
This was printed at like a 0.2. I don't know what yours was printed at. Probably something similar. Or did you go finer?
0.15.
0.15.
Yeah, I went quality.
Gotcha. Quality. I went on speed because, of course,
Quality and 100% infill. And
What
it's strong, man.
What percent?
It's 100.
100. Wow.
100% infill.
Look at you go. Look at you go.
It's very
What's
strong.
Yeah. Well, that's good stuff. Well, I hope you have a fun trip.
Thanks. I will definitely. And we'll see you on the flippity flip.
Yes.
Thanks
I'm sure I'll talk
everybody
to you while you're
Oh
traveling.
yeah.
Probably more so since you won't be working, since you didn't have a laptop.
Yeah, all I have is my telephone, so you'll definitely be hearing from me.
Yeah.
Thank you
All
to
right.
Brian Sherwood, Gunnar Nissen, Blind Guy RC, Project One, and Gunnar Nissen. Thanks, guys.
Thank you to Backyard RC, Dale C, Ken Venturino, and Blind Guy RC. Much appreciated. We will see you guys next Wednesday.
Yeah. Oni, I'm going interior BC. So there you go. Not near the coast, unfortunately. Have a great week, guys.
Yep.
See you next time.
Later, everybody. Bye.
Love you. Bye.